Yeah, I'm recording. What you want? Just walking on over here. Wolf Girl Labushkis wants to be over here looking at my screen for some reason. Got nothing to say now, right? I told you. Come over here, I'm gonna embarrass you every time. Mm-hmm.
They embarrass me.
Let's see, switch account. I keep forgetting to do this and set this up so I can read comments. I keep forgetting this. It's annoying. I gotta watch Humble Talent Fire Pro later.
Stretch skin on that hole.
Okay, like, I'm not gonna stretch it. I
don't
buy
talking
heavy
about your mom's
earrings.
earrings.
Mm-hmm.
Look up the Tal Jones. Because I don't see anybody else posting anything. That was day 15. So we working with. Yeah, it's updated, day 16.
Yep.
Alright. Let's get this done now. We've been hungry. He posted this 15 hours ago, YouTube says. But he says, Archer versus Cole Skull was great. Even though it was short, I don't even notice it because the match was so gold. Archer making Suzuki proud by beating up the young lions.
He lays those young lions out.
Beat on them and leave.
Yes.
One hit a quitter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Les does good. And yeah, that match was good.
Mm-hmm. It was a good match.
You know, I think it could have been way better. It could have been long. It was a standardized New Japan, well, actually just standard wrestling match.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you need that. And they did a great classic style match.
Yeah, they don't have to be epic to the end of time.
No,
yeah, that was
not
it was
even close.
Catch as catch can just about, and Sonata came out on top.
Yeah.
I gotta point out the thing that Archer did to that young lion. He walked up behind him, put his hand over his mouth, put the other hand over his nose, and just held him. Dude couldn't breathe. And he's talking crap into the camera.
He smothered him.
That's not cool, man. He's trying to pull his hand down. That wasn't right, man. That wasn't right.
Archer, he's a heel.
Yeah.
He's not a super heel.
No.
But he's a strong heel.
Yeah.
But he's so interactive, it's hard to hate him.
The crowd loves him.
The crowd loves him so much. They love him. He's becoming a cool heel.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Minoru. It's like Minoru can get booed, but at the same time, it's like he can't do no wrong. It's weird. It depends on who he's doing it to.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing it to Liger. They're like, oh no, man, that's just too much.
As it stands now, there's only one super heel in the company.
That's Jay White.
That's Jay White.
Jay White's the only super heel in the company.
He's trying to etch that in stone.
Yes, he's great at what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what else does he say? He said Fale versus Ace was nah. Hiroshi looked distraught afterwards. I know he won't do it, but he needs a break. Yeah. He needs a break. He needs one. He ain't gonna do it, but he needs one. I mean, you got to put food on the table, you know. And New Japan got a thing of, wait, you want to rest and recover? Never. I mean, we don't mind releasing you from this contract. Who's gonna pick you up at your age and your disabilities?
Mm-hmm. You aren't the ground to a nub just yet. We can get some more out of you.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I agree. You know, we didn't care. And then you got Kenta versus Will Ospreay. He says it was good. I wanted Kenta to win. Just my opinion. I like to see a rematch between these two next year.
I thought it was a good match too. And I really didn't know who was gonna win.
I forgot who won. I just didn't care.
Will won.
Yeah, Will. I really didn't care then. And it was a good match. It was. It was done well. It's just, I look at when Will Ospreay come out, I'm like, oh, he's gonna win again. So I'm like 50% bored. You know, damn it, Will. And Kota versus Zack was match of the night. They always have great chemistry, great counters and kicks. I want to see these two face each other for the IWGP Heavyweight title next year. Kota versus Zack was a very interesting, and they wrestled that I can remember 3 times.
Yes, they've wrestled 3 times.
And each time has been a little bit better than the last time.
I think each time has been in the G1, actually.
Damn, yeah.
Because the first time they faced each other in the G1, Kota beat him.
The Japan Cup, I think they met then.
Okay, so it's been 4. Because I think they worked last year in the Japan in a G1, and then Zach beat him.
Yep.
Because Zach went on his winning spree in the cup.
But they've gone G1. Back and forth on win-losses, in a sense. So they might be tied, or Zach might be ahead by 1. It's one of those. But yeah, and that match, those two don't disappoint. Mm-mm. You know, and you're right, Tyler Jones. They do have great chemistry. Mm-hmm. Zach has been improving his showmanship. He's been improving his I can work with you and yet still make myself look great. Yeah. And that's very important in a wrestler. As much as I don't like Zach, because he's a super heel. Mm-hmm. But he's a bitch heel too. Yes. He's both. So that's good. So okay. And it would be nice to see him go for the heavyweight title, but it's weird seeing one that's an obvious junior in Kota, and 2, he's got to come up to be a junior in Zach.
Wrestling for the heavyweight title.
Zach got to weigh as much as my right nut.
They got to glom them together to make a heavyweight.
Yep. Shave off some of Takagi's ass and put it on Sabre Jr. You know, he'll come up to about where, Naito is. And then you got to work hard to get where Ibushi is.
And Takagi looked funny without a pointy butt. He looked like Moxley who's got no ass and he needs one.
What's up with you and ass?
What's up with you and ass?
First of all, a girl's ass is a beautiful, awesome thing, and I can't help it. You ain't nothing you're going to do with a dude's ass.
They look off balance. All these assless people. Look at Tanahashi. His ass is getting smaller and smaller the older he get. He going to be a V.
Yeah. Yeah. See, here you are. What if they listen to this one day? They listen to this, or someone translate it for them. You're going to demoralize them. You're going to give them a complex. You are wrong. You are wrong.
And get some tips.
It's a Tropic Thunder thing right there.
They need to
get some tips. Like you shredded, real shredded in the Julian salad, man. You got some tips? Huh? You got some tips? I'm trying to come up. Yeah, I'm trying to come up. It's hard.
Tips? You got to do the head thing.
Like, you got some tips?
Got some tips?
Got some tips? Give me that goddamn map. Some bitch. So yeah,
we're off topic.
She does this. So then he says, I knew Evil was going to lose because Bloody Okada. There you go. Yeah. We were in the same spot. Mm-hmm. He ain't going to win. Why? Because it's fucking Okada. Mm-hmm. That's why. Okay, I enjoyed the match, but it was too predictable. Yes. Too damn predictable. Okada is as predictable as me going to go piss in probably an hour. I know the urine's going to come out. I know it's going into the toilet. I know I'm going to flush it. That's why it's a non-event, and I come back and do what the fuck I'm doing. It's a non-event. I want to see King of Darkness defeat Okada again because he deserves the win more than Rainmaker. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okada is the New Japan Pro Wrestling version of Cena. Same thing all the time. He is very boring. That's what happened with the fans a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. It was like, we're bored of you.
And it's going to happen again.
Yep. I'll say this, though. Okada's improved on his facial expressions. He's improved on trying to show something in that ring. He's improved on delivering back and forth elbows. It's just, it does not overwrite that he's fucking boring.
It's like,
I know where he's improved, but his improving doesn't help shit. I can pee harder, but it's still a non-event.
He's like a runaway model who decided to put on some lipstick while she's modeling a trash bag. It's like, it's not doing much for it.
Really? There's so many negative things I can say about that. I'm just gonna leave it alone. He says, next G1, I want to see Okada lose more matches and Suzuki versus Archer in a block match. I want that match so much. Thanks for the shout out again. You deserve more views. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, you know what? Okada should lose more matches. Okada shouldn't even be in it. But I get the dynamic. If the champion's in it, he wins. He gets to pick his opponent, and that says a lot coming from the champion per se. I just want you. Here's what I want to say this real quick. It's not going to be a rant. I just want to say this. Okada is the only person that fits what New Japan wants. He's tall, blonde hair, and popular enough anyway. Popular enough. So he looks like that $1 million champion. He is their scrawny Hulk Hogan. That's what Okada is. And because of that, and because of how we know others, we watch everyone else. We know that 30% of that roster should destroy Okada. Another 30 should have a good running and possibly win, possibly not. And the others should just pretty much a good showing and he retain his belt. Okada rarely defends that belt and yet has all these days added to him. It makes no sense to defend the title 4 times a year. And to be like, you've held it longer than this. I remember when Hashimoto had it, he defended that belt damn near every other month. So, I mean, he's outdone Hashimoto and others in days held and in title defenses. But just think about it. He hasn't defended nearly as much as they have. And then to equal them, he had to have 2 different reigns to beat them out. And how many defenses and whatnot. So, no, he don't deserve shit. No accolades. You know, you can't fuck someone, come, pull out, wait 5 minutes, get back in, and then keep and say that's adding to the time. It don't work that way. But I just want to say that. But thank you very much, D Jones. You know, we appreciate you. You know, damn girl, you threw me off. Okay, hold up. All right, so we'll get to the G1 matches now. It's been long enough to split. I don't even know if that match is still going. Is that match still going? No, they been stopped. All right, we get another match going because things, man, things
stuff. We recommend it.
Yep, this is my new. I'm doing another E-Fed, so that's all I'm really doing. All right, so what?
I'll say when we get to it. Go ahead.
Taichi versus Yano Toru.
So this was a match with the suck ass cheating heel versus
the awesome cheating heel.
Yes.
The cool heel. And yeah, Yano wins via ring out. But people try to out cheat Yano.
Yep.
You can't do it. Yano is just freaking awesome.
At it. He's extraordinary.
Yano is the type that they could easily give that IWGP Heavyweight title to, and his defenses will always be not just slightly comical, but I can see him turning on that mean streak every once in a while. I can see it coming out. He beat the hell out of somebody in a short amount of time, and they'd be like, "Hello, everyone!" That would be good. But they won't do it because New Japan Pro Wrestling, Gedo, and his fucked up brother Gato don't know how to book shit. Toru Yano could easily think of all the matches he done had. Those could have been title defenses. They would have been short, but it would have been awesome. But there's a thing about New Japan Pro Wrestling where they want their title matches to be no less than 15 minutes. They want it to go to Broadway. That's cool. So, I get that. And Yano can carry a match.
Mm-hmm. He can take an extraordinary amount of damage.
And he can also give a lot of damage in just a couple of moves. And he's got an amateur background in wrestling. And he's a fully trained and seasoned pro wrestler who used to do suplexes, takedowns, strong style stuff, but they turned him into a mid-card comedy act. But his popularity has grown so much, fuck it. So now he's a threat in the G1. He's a threat in every match. He's going to cheat heavily and try to get the win. That match against Ishii was enough to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And every time they're done with Yano, they aren't physically tired. They are mentally exhausted.
Yeah, exhausted and annoyed.
And Tai Chi, he lost. Yes.
Yes.
He was tied up with his little buddy there. They look
Nobu.
good together. Tai Chi and Nobu, a love story. That's what it looked like to me anyway.
Yano got his DVD and he went to the back, left them all wrapped up on the floor.
Yep, he walked on. So, honestly, Tai Chi lost and Yano went home.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it went.
That's how it went.
Got to reverse it this time. So then we got the next one, Naito Tetsuya versus Jeff Cobb. And this match, it was a very brutal and high angle, almost a high profile match for Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb, we got to do some shit. We have to talk something about Naito. Have to do probably an observation. We got to do observing on others.
Yeah.
And Naito, there's a lot we want to do. We just either low or no energy dealing with real life illnesses and things like that. It's just good grief. She works. I'm working on CR Fire Pro and other stuff. We just need time. And it's just talking, but it's also you got to find the time to talk. And I wanted to start this off with our daughter kind of messing around with us because usually that's what's going on. And it's hard to say all that you want to say because then she distracts and then blah, you just can't say shit. And
she's adorable sometimes.
Yeah, she's adorable. And I ain't saying I'm not saying can't say shit like, oh, I got to hold my words back.
No.
No, it's just you want to say something, but then she's in your face and you're like, what was I going to say? Okay, and it's like now you want to be the Wolf Girl Ibushi show. So
that was quick.
That was a damn quick match, man. What is y'all doing? Come on, man, don't do that. I ain't even done him. So okay, you know what? I'm gonna do a tag match then.
I'm not gonna get into it heavily, but once again, Naito just exhibited how intelligent of a wrestler that he is. Because Jeff had the possibility of devastating Naito by throwing him all about, but he took away his base.
I thought I messed up there. Can't have the same people. That's a heel. I gotta put. Where's Harold? There we go.
You had Harold on both teams.
No, I had the other dude.
I saw dude in green with the hair on both teams.
Yeah, that's not Harold. That's Harold. The blue one in blue is Harold.
Oh, sorry, the other one.
Yeah, that's Harold. And then there's Donovan. And the other is Jaquan, the one in green.
Jaquan, yeah, he was on both teams.
Yeah, I was like, that don't look right. That don't look right at all, man. So, all right. Naito and Jeff Cobb, that was strange because Cobb, he was exhausted. And that was already slowly starting the show at the opening part. But then Naito got a hold of that knee, and Cobb was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like,
"Yeah, I knew it was. I was
like, something's wrong." And yeah, he won't.
And see,
he won't sell in that knee. That was legit.
Based on the commentary, because they have their block matches, and the next day tag team match, and then block matches. So based on the commentary, I think Naito got that knee in the tag team match the day before.
Probably
and softened him up.
Probably because Cobb was hobbling.
Can you close it?
Yeah, I'll close it. The blinds are open and the sun didn't hit that high area where it's just piercing light. Cobb was limping. Cobb with the hob.
Yeah, he had a strong hobble.
In doing that, you waste way more energy trying to stay upright, let alone suplex somebody.
But he was doing his best to still perform some outstanding stuff.
Jeff Cobb needs to drop some weight. I would say 30 pounds, no more. And that would be transitioned into cardio. And he gonna still look like what Michael Elgin did. You got to see, whoa, is that what you was hiding? That's what the power is. So And Elgin, what did he do? He dropped a lot of the mass, kept his power, and gained a ton of endurance. Cobb can do the same. Because he's got to add more to his repertoire. That's definitely important. But that match, wasn't happy with how it ended. It made sense, yes. It made sense because the whole match was a struggle. And it showed that Cobb can put on a stellar performance. He just needs the endurance and he needs to heal. He's definitely got to heal. Mm-hmm. But Naito won with a slow style, wrist clutch, somersault, reverse DDT, as he calls Destino. And, it was a good win. It was a good win. What you want, Abushkis? Wolf girl, Abushkis! What do you want?
I want to know if it's a secret.
That came with your book bag. I don't know why.
Yeah, that came with your book bag.
I don't want that. I need something like that, but I don't want that.
It's ugly.
It is.
All right, so now the next match is X Moxley.
That's what I was laughing at.
Oh, that's what you was laughing at?
Yeah, you took away his first name and gave him back his last name.
Yeah, he earned his last name. He ain't earned both. Versus Goto Hiroki. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Moxley impressed me.
Yeah, he did a whole lot better this match.
Man, if he had wrestled like this from the beginning. See, now she's over here in her face. Move. No, go. See, this is what I'm talking about. We can't do stuff because she comes over and you're like, man, we're gonna do this. And she's like, now I gotta take up. You know what? You can turn that off and come over here. You can turn that off and come over here.
Turn what off?
That's what I thought. Well, lay down and watch your show. Oh, it's not a show? Then turn it off then.
It's a video game I think she's playing.
Yeah.
Okay, then play your video game.
It looks like someone can see.
Maybe they can. Maybe they can't. I know this. I know if I go over there and turn it off, nobody will be seeing it.
I know I will.
You're talking to the king of smartasses over here, so don't even try it. Don't even try it.
There can be other people that can be like that.
No. I've got too much practice. Way too much. So Moxley, you trying to get the last word in? You know me. I shut stuff down. You know me. I get finite.
Let's put your headphones on, please, so we can get this done. I gotta go to the grocery store.
You want to eat, don't you? There you go. So Moxley wrestled. He showed prowess, ability, determination. He sold. He gave. He took. Almost sounds like some porn.
Yeah.
Give it. Take it. Yep. Sailing the 7 balls.
It's so disappointing.
What was that?
Now.
The second one we was talking about? Was that the second one?
Yeah.
So many years ago?
Yeah.
Tried to watch it. I could not get past the first 5 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Couldn't make it. I was like, what was wrong with us back then? This pass is great.
You know what was wrong with us. Bodies were looking for a reason.
Ain't nothing wrong with being wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So, I want to see Moxley wrestle like that more often. Mm-hmm. Screw the table, screw the hardcore. You want to go outside the ring and get rough and tough. That's all good. But you don't need the tables. You don't need all that. I'm wondering what you thought about that too, T. Jones. Were you impressed by that?
He performed very well.
He looked right. Mm-hmm. He looked like he should have. That Moxley looked like he should have beaten Naito and the others. Mm-hmm. That one looked like he should have won. Twice he's impressed me. Gato and Gedo helped the first one. Mm-hmm. This time it was just him.
And then Goto won.
Goto won. I didn't see that.
Oh, he snapped that finisher off. I did not think.
I didn't see it coming. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
He really did snap.
He snapped that mess off. I'm like, whoa, that's the. And he did it so brutal and so fast because he caught him right across the throat. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, he about to kick out because it was just out of nowhere.
2, 3.
I was like, whoa, what?
He pinned him.
And Moxley, He snapped off that butterfly DDT, rolled him over, and was about to do the elevated version. I'm like, I was like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real. He got a pop out of me.
Oh, really?
Inside, I was like, oh, it all rose. I got all the little nervous goosebumps. I was like, ooh. I was like, oh, he snapped. And I know you heard me. He snapped that butterfly DDT off like crazy. Oh, he rolled with it. And the crowd was like, woo. Mm-hmm. And I'm all like, ooh, he about to do that thing. I was like, this is going to be awesome when he do it because it's going to make sense. And Gunther's like, no. What happened? Win. It's like, oh, snap. Mm-hmm. He won. Mm-hmm. We were stunned. But Moxley looked good in losing. Literally, it looked like Moxley bought out the best in Goto.
Yeah.
Just like Ishii did. Mm-hmm. Goto needs to stay rage mode. And Goto's all looking tight in the abs and stuff. He trimmed down. He got his thing going. Mm-hmm. I want to talk to Goto because, I got this big overhang, I don't even drink beer, but I got the beer gut. I need some tips.
I need some tips.
I'm trying to come down. I need some tips. So, Goto Hiroki wins and Moxley goes home. Honestly, if he does well in day after this one, or the event after this one, I might give him his whole name. I don't know.
His whole name back.
He might get his whole name.
Goto in the past didn't know how to turn it on when he got into the ring.
No, they tried, and he tried, but it was never. Honestly, this is all after being trained by Shibata.
Shibata knew how to turn it on. Shibata had it on before he got to the ramp.
Yeah. Like, Shibata, when does it turn on? I've never turned it off.
Yeah.
I fuck with this intensity.
I think Shibata had to show him what it was.
Yep. And Goto's like, oh, that. He's like, yeah, that look you get when you see me with your woman, that's what we need in the ring. Wait for that to sink in.
Wait, what?
In the subway, I just do what I want.
Oh, no, that's not nice.
That's what? Too soon? No, people gonna be mad at me for that. But damn it, that's American humor. It's dark and it's wrong, but it's only funny because it's fucking true.
We're bad little people.
We're bad. We don't like that happens, but damn it, we gonna pick on it.
Yeah.
That's about how it goes, It's... Okay. Damn, that went to a draw. That was doing pretty good. Jay White, Juice Robinson.
Oh my goodness.
That Jay White, Juice Robinson was... I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be straight up with you. If you really think about it, it's a real subtle 5-star match.
Yeah.
It's real subtle. It had every single element. It had the reversals. It told 2 separate stories at one time.
Comebacks and
both of them made their comebacks. Mm-hmm. Jay White worked that leg.
He worked his knee something awful.
He destroyed that leg. He rose Juice Robinson's sympathy points to the crowd and to us by 1 billion. Mm-hmm. That right there was worth it.
I'm going to tell you something.
It's subtle, but
if Jay White wasn't a heel before, and we know that he was, he is sure enough a super duper heel now because he was just evil. He was so wrong. It was such a painful pleasure to watch. I like good bad guys all across the board. Wrestling, books, movies, television shows, what have you. And he is such a good one. He was so very bad. It made you root for Juice so much. And despise Jay even more. He gets the win and then he gets up and puts the switchblade on his hurt ass. He makes him tap out. And then
it took a while to get him to tap out.
Mm-hmm.
It showed that match. Honestly, if that was the main event and that match went exactly like that, everyone would be talking about that's a 5-star match. It's one of those subtle, sneaky 5-star matches. I can't, because I was like, this is a 4-star match. And they hit that 4-star level, and then they built it back up twice. And got the emotional, epic surrender at the end. What do you think, Tal Jones? Because I'm like, that seems like it should be a 5-star match. It's hard. Because it wasn't super long-winded. But they both went through their repertoire. Mm-hmm. They both carried that match. They told a story. They went through finishing moves. They did everything. Mm-hmm. They did everything. Went outside the ring, inside the ring, used weapons. Jay was the prominent heel. Juice was the prominent baby face. Mm-hmm. And they both went strong style at each other. I'm like, that's one of them sneaky 5-star matches. That's one of them matches where they say, we give it 3 stars. And then 10 to 20 years later down the line, they look back and be like, you know what? I think that was really 5 stars. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get ahead of the game by 2 decades and say that's a 5-star match. It's just subtle because it didn't have your emotions right in it from the jump, like any other main event would. That's what I'm thinking. So, Jay White wins. Juice goes home
with his leg.
His only leg. That's what I'm gonna do for that. So, that's my thing. So let me know how you feel about this. Anyone listening, what do you think about that? Jay White versus Juice Robinson, because it was second to the main event, and it had every element, and it told the story. 2 different ones. The dojo and how they were then to now. Mm-hmm. How Jay kept trying. They did everything. So now I'm just repeating myself. Damn. I'm just stunned because I'm thinking back on it. I'm like, whoa. That was as epic as any main event and any other G1 except the main event of this show. Uh-huh. Because this show, it brings up Takagi Shingo versus Ishii Tomohiro.
And that
was a 5-star match.
It was awesome.
If anything, if any match you would like to give 6 and 7 stars to, it would have been that match. That match was it brought the crowd out like it did back in the early 90s. It brought the crowd up.
They were divided
and told the story
right down the middle.
The whole match. When the match was over, they were happy. Mm-hmm. It won't like Jay and Juice. When that match ended, the crowd was silent. Mm-hmm. Juice had max sympathy points. With this, the crowd was like, we didn't know who to go for at any given moment anyway. Had to do that. Mm-hmm. This right here, I was proud. I didn't get choked up and teary-eyed like I normally would in certain matches. But I was about it. See if you can hear me. Mm-hmm. I felt this match.
Yep.
I don't really have the words to express how epic this match was. If I were to clip this match, it would be about a 10-minute clip. Because mainly I would just show the moves happening, blah, 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 blah. But it's stuff like that helped me gain so many subscribers in the first place.
Ishii and Shingo was everything I thought it was going to be and a whole lot more. And they were enjoying themselves, the crazy fuckers. Fucking each other up.
Cedra said in the beginning of this match, she said, I could almost see Ishii slightly smile.
Right in the beginning, when they started laying them elbows in and talking that shit, you could see it was the tiniest little smile on his face.
And see, I want to look back and see that at some point. I do. Because, damn, man.
No, they can't mess with Sambo.
Samo Keeb is too strong. I also made him that way. Because, reasons. Bite to the Coyote. Yeah. And see, I miss seeing Bite to the Coyote. I love that move. Harold got the same move. Bite of the Coyote. Ishii Tomohiro finally got that guy that gets it.
Mm-hmm.
Takagi Shingo gets it.
Just like when we were waiting to see Shingo go up against, which one of them? Show. We knew it was going to be epic.
You
knew.
You knew. And they beat the hell out of each other.
And Ishii and Shingo did the same thing.
I thought, now look, in all honesty, that was a 5-star match. That, like I said earlier, that could have been a 6 or 7-star match. That had every element, and it didn't need a story. It didn't need a story. It didn't need background. But they gave it.
Mm-hmm.
The 4th generation mentors that they had. Was it Tenryu Genichiro and Riki Choshu?
Something like that. Yeah, I think
it was those two. Who also used to war against each other. I thought that this match here, and I think what Rocky said it, this match is going to be a classic.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It was a classic, true New Japan Pro Wrestling heavyweight title style match. When they had their matches and it was something worth a damn, like Tenryu versus Kensuke Sasaki or Shinya Hashimoto versus damn near anybody. I mean, those were some really epic damn matches. Those are the matches that made you say, damn, I'm tired. I just watched this 30 or 40 minute long match. Why am I exhausted? Because you're cheering. You're just, yes and yes. And this match, they went through every single move they had in their repertoire. And I know what I said before. Somebody might want to try to counter and be like, well, they didn't, get each finishing move in. When you do what they did, the match comes down to whoever gets that finisher first wins. And they earned it. But it's not just getting your finisher. It has to look right. Mm-hmm. And when he picked Ishii up, it seems like, okay, he's going to pick him up. It might be any move. But it was like, wait a minute. That's a different... You can see it. Mm-hmm. When someone gets their baby right there in that ring and they're holding them different, you know that move is going to be epic. And when he put Last of the Dragon on, it was epic. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you haven't seen that the whole damn tournament. No. I guess it's the real name, made in Japan. The chest high version of it. Yeah. But then Last of the Dragon is obviously from the fireman carry position.
Hell, I had never seen Made in Japan until this tournament.
What? No, you saw it in Best of Super Junior.
Every time I saw him drop somebody, it was
you saw it. You saw it and knew in that. It's just that he got it on, and you're like, why did he kick out? And we was like, why did he kick out? And then I had to bring it up just as you said. We almost said it at the same time. He didn't have him up high enough, and you took notice of that.
Okay, I remember that.
It was Made in Japan. That was basically mid-card version finisher. But he did both. They both got their sliding theirs, and I could see more than halfway through that match when Shingo looked at him like, what the fuck? He gave him that look like, what are you? Because there was a part where they were supposed to do something, almost like they had planned it, but he just bowed up at him and was like, bring it. And Takagi just, are you kidding me? Well, let's do it. Mm-hmm. And then late in the game, they had already built up from 4 to that 4.8 status of a 5-star match. And then Tomohiro brought it back down to 4 to build it up again. Mm-hmm. And it made sense. He looked at him and pat his neck, right here, buddy. Right here. And they talked that shit. Mm-hmm. And Takagi is like, all right, and he laid into him, and he hit him.
Mm-hmm.
And he just, nah, bro.
Takagi kept punching him in the face. I think he stole on Ishii like 3 times.
He stole on him.
And I can't even count the number of lariats that were thrown.
He got that right hook in on Ishii. It was at the perfect camera angle. He nailed Ishii right in the damn face.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see the sweat fly off of Ishii. You could see it. His head didn't move. But there was impact. You could see his head jostle a little bit. And you can see the sweat fly off. And I'm like, I don't know how they do it, but they do it perfectly. It's an art. And
then he followed up immediately with the lariat and dropped him.
Yes.
I don't know how many lariats were thrown in that match. Oh my goodness.
I want to bring something back. I want to bring it back to Jeff Cobb, who was doing some weird chop lariat combination.
Yeah, he did. I thought about that too.
Oh, so you know about just when you were saying it? I was like, wait, we got to bring it back because he was doing some chop clothesline, and it was just.
It was quick.
Yeah, there was no. You couldn't evade that. You couldn't. Okay, I just wanted to bring that up. I wanted to bring it because I've never seen that before. I don't know if is that an innovation of his. We wouldn't know because they done fucked up Wikipedia. So, I'm just saying, this G1-16, the day, awesome. There was some, but you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this about Tai Chi. You know you suck when Toru Yano is the one that brings out how good you could be.
Yeah.
Now, this is not to say anything bad about Yano. We love our Yano. But, no, man.
This block, I don't know which block this is. But
this is A block.
Okay, this block is a superior block. I've enjoyed a lot more of these matches than the block.
Just face it. When Ishii gets into the block, you're like, that's the block. And then you put Takagi in it, you're like, oh shit, perfect.
And then Naito.
Then you add Naito. You're like, what? And now I can questionably say X Moxley.
I said Jeff Cobb first. I'm just a Jeff Cobb fan, but
Jeff Cobb, yeah, we saw Jeff Cobb was gonna be in the G1. We were like, yep, we popped. It's what we do. It's how we do it. I'm glad of it. I enjoyed this. I know we're just kind of talking, rambling, and all this, but I figured this time we could talk longer and just talk how we would normally talk instead of just nice wild bomb because I'm awesome like that. But what? I'm awesome. Damn that bridge. You could be the letter U. Dragon screw. Yeah, buddy.
Stop commentating.
I can't help it. It's what I do. All right. I can't help. Who the fuck? Savas Forvet? Oh shit. Yeah. His doom has come to whoop his. Oh shit. See, there's a history with these wrestlers. I wish some of y'all would take a look at this. There's a history with it, all right? And Savas beat the hell out of Kaijin for quite some time to defend the belt she took from him like it was candy. And now she comes out in this mock match to just mess with him in her chill clothes, might I add. Those are her chill clothes. She's going to be at ringside. That's all they are. I would like to see more matches like this. And I say more, I don't mean every night. Just instead of doing it like every 3 or 4 months, try once a month you have some epic matches. Give the fans something they want to look forward to, not that wrestler to look forward to. Just that person to just help. Help push that this is a legitimate sport. That these people go out here and do what they do because they love it. Not because, if I don't do it, I don't get paid. There's a big difference.
They do too many damn tag team matches.
They do. They have more tag team matches than Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre. There's too many fucking tag matches. All right? I just got done doing Crash and C's tag team tournament, round robin, and there weren't even that many tag matches compared to New Japan's. I'm just saying. So, well, Conquista came out and she helped us, and she's going to the back. Okay. So, with that said, oh my goodness, they just doing shit. I like these. I like my wrestlers. So, with that said, we're going to get out of here. We hope that you like, share, subscribe, all of that stuff. Hope you had fun. This is a long recording. Just marking out, doing what we do. But just to get out of here, Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning and CR Fire Pro, CR Fire Pro Road. All that good stuff. CR Wrestling Commentary, and soon Big Cardinal Wrestling, North Carolina-based EFED. And this is Cedric Owens for The Wicked Orchard. You can find her on YouTube and on Medium. And you can find her also on Twitter. She is, an inspiring author. She's got, 3 books out?
2 and a short story.
2 and a short story. 2 full-length novels and a short story. That's out. You can find it on Amazon, Kindle, and whatnot. You can do all that stuff. She's self-publishing, so check it out. Her books are A Haven to Miss Perdition, Quitting Time, and what's the other one? Wildflowers. So look for those. Check them out. And if you're interested, I can drop a link in the comment section for you or whatnot. But yeah, so please like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. We're going to get up out of here. As always, thank you for listening.